years since this all started. There's a lot of stories. And, well, the stars are out, crickets are cricketing, and I'd like to tell you one more story. You may know this already, but below this very stage is the marble cave, and below this very area is also the deepest part of the cave, reaching a depth of 505 feet straight down. The allure of this cave has brought explorers from around the world, seeking the fountain of youth. They were seeking gold, maybe marble. Even lead would have made them happy, but in the end it was just a bunch of bat guano. But the history of this cave is still very colorful. The Lynch sisters dropped an organ down below and had live concerts and their tours, and of course there was the square dance days when they allowed people to come in the cave just to cool off on those hot summer nights. And of course there was the wedding there in 1954, and the strangest event that happened in this cave was a balloon. Henry Picard brought in his balloon and set a world record underneath this very floor. Sometimes late at night, when it gets real quiet after the park is closed, you can hear all kinds of noises. Noises that you wouldn't have heard throughout the day. Sometimes when the breeze picks up, it sends a wind through the channels, a whistling sound. Most people agree that that's the sound of the wind, but still others, they have a more colorful explanation. They say, that's the howling. That's the howling of a dog. A dog they called Firecracker. It was 50 years ago this summer when Jake Ranker commissioned the men of the Marble Cave and Mining Company to dig his 110-foot railway track into the ground. It's still there today. On one fateful afternoon, there was a torrential Midwestern rainstorm caused a mudslide. Took their entire vehicle into the ground, never to be seen of again. Now, they weren't aboard the truck, but they had a mascot, and his name was Firecracker. Firecracker did not know he was a dog. He worked right alongside the crew, and on that particular afternoon, he was fast asleep in the back of the truck, never to be seen of again. So as the story goes, they say sometimes late at night when you hear that whistling coming out of the caverns, that's Firecracker howling, letting you know he's down there waiting to be picked up. And there is a silver lining, because they say that the drippings from the stalactites in the Marble Cave was actually an elixir, kind of like the Fountain of Youth. And if that's true, that might very well be Firecracker. We're going back for that dog today. Hang on to your seats, we're going into the cave and do some spelunking. Oh, a lot of history down here. You hear that? Those are those gray bats. They're indigenous of this area. Oh, you hear that? That's the wedding bells. The wedding bells are ringing down. That's the sound of the organ. And that plastic gas, that's what the cars will live. Oh my goodness. Turn up the lights, you can see the floor of the cave below me. Now when we get down there, please be very careful, because there's still some live dynamite blasts that have not gone off. So don't light any matches and don't cause any sparks. We don't want any explosions. Don't let it on your seat. Oh my goodness. We got the truck. Oh no, it is. Firecracker! How are you? Welcome back! Oh, it's a glorious day. The Fountain of Youth is true. We've got Firecracker, we've got the truck, and we've got you. They say in the end you don't remember the days, but you do remember the moments. Try to make each moment as memorable as you can and outrageous as you can. When you think back at this moment, I hope you smile and you laugh. You remember the girls of Gossamer. We got Gwen, Carol, and Rachel. Give them a $7 honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gossamer Magic.
A lot of dreams being true over the past 50 years to be here on this stage performing for you the dreams come true of mine. If you have dreams, and I know you do, feed your dreams with action, because the dreams you can have roses in the winter, the dreams you can have snow in July, and the dreams you can turn a hole in the ground